The CEO was forced by his grandmother to marry a fool with the intelligence of a 5-year-old. Not long after the marriage, the foolish wife became pregnant. However, the CEO was always downcast. It wasn't until his grandmother passed away that he took out a divorce agreement and tricked his foolish wife into signing it. He also had the driver take her to a countryside villa to give birth. The foolish wife thought she would only be away for a few days, believing the CEO would come to pick her up soon. But halfway there, the driver was bribed by the foolish woman's cousin, who deliberately caused a car accident to knock her unconscious. They thought this would make the foolish woman and her unborn child disappear from the world. However, the impact unexpectedly restored the foolish woman's memory. It turned out she was actually a daughter of the Shin family. But her cousin, jealous of her status as the heir, had conspired against her, leading to her disfigurement and amnesia. Fortunately, the CEO's grandmother had kindly taken her in. When she finally managed to open the car door, the pain in her abdomen caused her to collapse on the ground. At that moment, she realized she might be giving birth. She picked up her phone to call her father for help. By the time her father arrived, she had given birth to a pair of twins, but one of the children had already passed away due to the delay. Worried that his daughter would be heartbroken if she found out, he instructed his assistant to leave the deceased child behind, and not to tell her about it. Just as they were leaving, the CEO arrived at the accident scene. He didn't see his foolish wife, only a boy who was barely breathing, so he took the boy home. 5 years passed in the blink of an eye. The CEO accidentally noticed that a boy resembled his son, thinking he must be mistaken. Little did he know, the woman was returning with her son for revenge. Suddenly, he heard his father say that his cousin was back from abroad, and that their grandfather had arranged for her cousin to marry the CEO. The woman recalled her cousin poisoning her in the past and became furious. When the son learned that his mother had been harmed by his cousin, he sneaked into the hotel lobby while his mother was on the phone, just in time to hear the cousin speaking ill of his mother. He picked up a cup of water and splashed it at her. Enraged, the cousin prepared to teach him a lesson, but the CEO intervened, mistaking the boy for his own son, and carried him away. Meanwhile, the woman realized her son was missing. As she searched everywhere, she found him being extorted by a few thugs. She successfully drove the thugs away, and warned her son not to run off. Unbeknownst to her, this son was actually the CEO's son. After mistakenly bringing the woman's son home, the CEO, as usual, gave him his medicine on time. The boy knocked the medicine to the ground, insisting he wasn't sick, which saddened the assistant nearby, because the CEO in order to make the medicine. For years he's been eating hot scorpions. The assistant worried that the CEO's pent-up desires could lead to a fatal outcome, and planned to help him find a young girl. On the other side, the woman received news that her cousin was in a hotel room. She told her son to wait and then came alone to knock on the door, ready for revenge. Unexpectedly, she knocked on the wrong room and encountered the CEO. The CEO mistook the woman for a girl arranged by his assistant, but when he saw her familiar face, he instantly remembered his foolish wife from 5 years ago. The woman also recognized the CEO, and just like that, they accepted each other.